Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing a fails video, which means I'm going to be sharing with you my very honest opinions about products, both luxury, high-end, and drugstore that just did not work out for me. Now, this is not a look back at the entire year. These are actually items that I more recently have put to the test while introducing myself back into the wonderful land of makeup that just for one reason or another didn't work out for me. Now, the typical disclaimer here is if you don't like these items, wait, I said that backwards. But also if you don't like these items like I don't like them, then like cool, we could talk about it for a while. If you do love these, then keep loving them. You have to use makeup that works for you and your skin type and your desires and what you feel works best to make you feel your best. So take it with a grain of salt. These are just my opinions of what I liked and didn't, and I will give you the full rundown of why. And hopefully this is helpful. And if it is, if you like these videos where it's just like honesty, truth, let's talk about the detail aspects of why that mascara crumbled and just did not hold a curl and why I won't use it again. If you like to know all the details, all the stuff, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, share the video, make sure you're subscribed, ring the bell, and let's hop right in. Ooh, summertime, right? Is this not so cute? This is my latest and greatest love from Starbucks. I just feel like this kind of a thing, this color, this makes me happy. So let's start this video on a good note, get some hydration, admire beautiful colors, and then we're gonna dive right on into the land of not so great. Cheers. Okay, let's talk a little foundation. Now, when it gets warmer out, everyone wants to launch these serum foundations. You're seeing launches of tinted moisturizers, and I'm so down for that. Like, get out of bed, throw something on really quick, out the door. But if you think it's gonna even you out and cover things up, you are incorrect. Most of these will not provide a ton of coverage. It should be looked at more like skincare in many ways. And this one that I'm talking about that I'm holding right now is the Revlon ColorStay Light Cover Foundation. Now this has an SPF of 35. It is a 12-hour wear. I do not agree. I saw that this was ColorStay and I was thinking that it would have more coverage when blended out, but it is just so silky and light that it really disappears into the skin. So if you think you're gonna get that ColorStay punch where it's almost a hybrid of their ColorStay, which really covers, which is a great, phenomenal, classic foundation at the drugstore that a lot of makeup artists love. In fact, some makeup artists that have been on my channel have recommended that one to me kind of as like a wink secret. So that's a great one, but this just did not work out for me. It's too liquidy. It's very SPF-ish where you really have that potent scent in there, which I personally, you guys know, I don't like that. It kind of balms down into the skin and is a little, it's like silky, creamy, waxy, SPF-y. It's in one of these squeezy bottles that is not my personal favorite. Moving on from there, another tinted moisturizer that I'm not loving. We've got a few of them here. This is from Bobbi Brown. This is the Nude Finish Tinted Moisturizer. This has an SPF of 15. Now, the surprising thing about this, I will say, is it has even less coverage than this guy right here. So if you want any kind of coverage, you're gonna need something else. There is a tinted moisturizer or a more glowy moisturizing foundation that I do really love. And I'll probably use it in like a get ready with me or something like that coming up. And that is from Huda Beauty, the Glowish. It's kind of nice to have the convenience here of these drawers like right behind me. The Multidew Skin Tint from Huda Beauty. Now this is beautiful and is moisturizing, gives you some coverage, but it just like sinks into the skin and has, do you see that finish right there where it's not greasy, it's not slimy, it's just a juicy, hydrating effect on the skin that does provide some coverage, but not too much. I would say if you're looking for a tinted moisturizer plus, meaning a tinted moisturizer that's hydrating, easy to apply, that you could apply with your fingertips, that is kind of the out the door type of a product that has just a little more coverage, I would go with the Glowish Multidew. If you want just moisturizer and you just feel more confident having it be tinted and you don't care that it smooths out into basically nothing, that sounded totally rude, but that's what this one is right here. It just does not give you much at all. all in terms of coverage. It's almost that of like a primer. Like it really, do you see it's almost turning into just like a whiter lotion on my hand? It just, do we see? One has like a nice balm finish. This has more of a greasy finish, doesn't cover, isn't blurring, and it's just not my fave. And it's so expensive considering what the product is that I thought I would share with you guys that I'm just not a fan. I do really love their primer. They have like that jar of primer. If you want something to juice up the skin, that won't grease up the skin, that will prep it for foundation to go on really silky and beautifully, I love that. This just wasn't it for me. Oh my, please Tati, put your hands right through your hair with foundation all over them. Hold on. Ugh. I'm really trying to share with you guys a great product from each line that I am kind of dissing and, you know, smack talking on, because I don't want this to be a full-blown negative video. I almost coming back was like, I'm in such a positive mind frame that I don't know how I'm going to do reviews. I don't know if I can still do a fails video. And then I was like, wait a second, you're a review channel. You need to do this. You need to give your opinion. That's why you have this whole thing. But I am going to try, and I've done this pretty much consistently in the past, but especially after this rough year that we have been through, I think we could all stand to be just a little bit gentler on brands that might be struggling through this turbulent time that has been 2020 moving into 2021. So I want to always make note that when I am talking poorly about a product, like it just was too thick, it was too thin, it didn't work out, it never means the entire brand is a throwaway brand. I will make clear if that's the case, but in this video, these are just items that really did not perform how I personally wanted them to. Speaking of which, better believe it. And you guys know I just spoke so highly of a palette in my favorites of 2020. I will link that video below. I've been trying a lot of Physicians Formula out, their newer stuff. They have a lot of new products. They even have these new donut bronzer little guys that I cannot wait to get my hands on. I think they're super cute. And I absolutely diehard love Physicians Formula powder products. Now this right here did not work for me. It was too gummy, and whenever I would go to blend, patches would wipe off. I would set it with powder, it would bunch up. It's so heavily fragranced that it started to freak me out a little bit. Like, am I gonna break out? Is this okay? I have sensitive-ish skin. I'm kind of dealing with some little clogged pores here. Like, is this gonna be a problem? And it just kind of felt like that itchiness on my skin and the heaviness on my skin, the bunchiness on my skin. It wasn't sinking in. It looked very detectable on the skin. And for all of those many reasons, I'm gonna say this one is a pass. It is a foundation plus concealer. It is more full coverage. So you gotta know what you're getting yourself into with a product like this, but it just did not do, say what the CATRICE did for me. The CATRICE lays in the skin, sinks in the skin, covers the skin, wears a long time, sets really beautifully so you can go on top of it with your powder products. This one, unfortunately, just kind of slides around quite a bit, which makes it a pass. I have one more foundation. Wow, she has a lot to say about foundation right now. I've been trying new stuff, you know? This little guy right here from L'Oreal, this is the Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer. Once again, you can tell I was on a hunt for a lighter, moisturizing, kind of lightweight out the door type of a product. This jumped out at me, not gonna lie, because anything that says Paradise from L'Oreal, I want to try because I love their mascara so much. And it was kind of this hidden gem that just became this favorite of so many. And so whenever I see L'Oreal, Paradise, I'm like, I must try this. I just need to. And a lot of the times it's worked out. This time it did not. Again, this is just a little bit too silky in my opinion. More coverage than the Revlon and a better finish than the Revlon, but still not as good as the Glowish. Do you have any recommendations for a medium, natural-ish kind of tinted moisturizer? Basically, who knows of a dupe for this at the drugstore? Let me know in the comments below. Can you tell? I am very, very picky. I want the skin to look balanced, whether my skin is heated up on a hot day or it is winter. Like, I always want my skin to just look balanced. I never lean super dewy or super matte, so keep that in mind. For me, when I am looking for a great foundation, I just want balanced, healthy looking skin. That's my preference. All right, moving right along, I have a mascara from the drugstore from Maybelline. This is the Lash Sensational Sky Mascara, Sky High Mascara. I tried this on in a recent video and it just smudged and budged. And yes, I have been going through a heat wave, but what a better time to test out products to see if they are summer proof and long wearing, because I do have mascaras that will take me from AM to PM in a heat wave, in humidity, doesn't matter. It's not even waterproof, getting it done. So I have a high request list from even mascara. You know, you can find great stuff at the drugstore. One of my favorites is, where did you go? Oh, it's in my bin to list, make it below. The Collab Beauty Mascara from Sally's for under 10 bucks. Phenomenal, wears all day. Lash Paradise wears all day. ALMAY has some great mascaras that wear all day. $2.99 from Essence, the purple tube, wears all day. This did not, and I was disappointed by it. It also did not do enough as far as lengthening or really making my lashes kind of like do their best. So this is a pass for me. There's another pass, surprisingly, from ALMAY, because I just mentioned they do have some other mascaras that I have loved for so long. This one just was not it. For some reason, whenever I would be doing my mascara, it would get on the lid quite a bit and splatter quite a bit. And I cannot handle it when you have a mascara that is not sticking to the brush, like the formula is a little bit too thin and you're putting it on and you ruin your makeup by it going bam, bam, bam. It kind of just goes like everywhere on the face. This one, I've tried it a couple of times, had the same experience, and then I was like, no, I'll go with the other one from ALMAY that I like better, and I'm just going to discontinue this one. But it is a really pretty package. I like the color of the packaging, and I was disappointed that it didn't work out. Concealer from LANCOME that just did not work out because it creased. And then when you would go in to kind of do this business, it would like pick up on your finger. And I could not get this to lay down. It's great for coverage. It's a camouflage concealer, and I wanted to like this because I like the colors. High coverage concealer. I'm like, sign me right up. I like a high coverage concealer, especially when I'm going in, like if I have really dark circles and I just kind of want to detail just right in here. And then they have different shades. Some will be great on the face, but anytime you go to kind of blend, it just does that thing where it wants to pick up, whether you use a sponge, your fingertip, a brush. It just really wants to move and is kind of sticky, tacky, thick. So this is a pass for me. I still like the DERMACOL better for like a high coverage. It's technically a foundation, but it will work as a high powered. I'm just going to show you everything today that's in here. This guy right here, really incredible concealer if you want something in a tube that is a little bit thicker, that is really super saturated in pigment and can cover anything and will sink into the skin and not move around. This is it. This was a pass. Alrighty, Merit Beauty. What else from the line should I try? I'm a little bit hesitant to try more because the formula was too thick for me. Now this is technically a concealer foundation, so I do want to throw that out there. I just don't think you get a ton of product for the price. I love that it's more on the natural side. I picked this up in a trying new high-end products video. I'll link that one below. And I wanted to use it as my contour because I love the shade and I like, you know, the idea that it's more natural, but the blend on it is a little bit like it just pulls and is a little bit tough to blend. The blend on, say, the Stila right here that I love so much. If I take this guy on a brush, I can just like immediately juice the skin up, make the skin look great, and it sinks right in. This kind of gets blotchy, and that's the last thing you want when you're doing contour or bronzing up the forehead or even going on the nose. So I'm gonna say for contour, this is a pass. Obviously, this is not my shade to use for foundation or concealer, so I don't know how it would work under the eye or for concealer, but I just wanted to update you. It did not work out for me. Pass. Revlon has some new ColorStay ink lippies, and these, sadly, like ColorStay is such an iconic part of their range. It's an iconic collection within Revlon itself. Now this just ended up being, again, kind of blotchy, and you can even see with me just doing that, like how it'll do this on your lip, where it'll be kind of see-through in areas, heavier in other parts, and you go to kind of like blend it out, it keeps that trend up where you just can't quite seem to make it even. And so, oh, I feel like I'm beating Revlon up right now. They have some newer products that are really good. They have some really fun eyeshadow quads. Their glosses are gorgeous. Again, the ColorStay foundation itself. I bought some new brow products from them recently to try out. So I love Revlon. There are a couple of products that just don't do it. Really pretty color though, right? I have an eye pencil that I recently purchased. You guys, spent an entire day going downtown. I went downtown Seattle. I went to every makeup store I could find, every counter, and I was just like, I need new things. We're on a mission. Give me the drugstore. Give me Chantecaille. Give me high end. Give me just regular middle of the road. Give me all the new. I am fully invested in trying new products. I'm spending quite a bit of money right now of my own. I just recently started getting PR again, so I think I'll wait and do an unboxing if you guys still want to see that kind of a thing. It's a little crammed here, but we can make it happen. And I'm just kind of reinvigorated in my research of makeup. That being said, trying all this new stuff, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Like, I want to do a luxury hit list. I want to do a few products tested first time on camera, but I'm like back on the hunt. Let me know what you want to see because I'm out there. I'm exploring the land of beauty. We are in it. And while I was exploring, yes, I went to the Chantecaille counter at Nordstrom and I bought makeup. This is the Luster Glide Silk Infused eyeliner. I love that it's silk infused. You feel like it's very fancy. The shade is Amethyst. And I felt like I had tried this in the past. I don't think this is a new item. This color is stunning. The price is pretty ridiculous for what it is. And it just moves in 2.2. So if you want something that is long wearing, this is not it. If you're looking for something that's just a pretty color like this, go to the drugstore, get some Rimmel, get some ALMAY, get some Revlon. This is not worth the money for how much it moves around. It's hard to set. If you layer it a few times up, it gets very, very bunchy, and I'm just not a fan. I was pretty disappointed that I didn't like this because I feel like my mind is playing tricks on me where I'm like, wait a second, did I try this like 8 years ago when I was really having a moment with Chantecaille? I used to just like, oh, Chantecaille looks so fancy. And they have some beautiful powders that are pretty up there in price, but like the line is just very beautiful. They have one of the best mascaras ever that will actually grow your lashes. That's like $72, but I did a dedicated video on that years ago. Dang. I hate how much I love this. And I repurchased that mascara like twice. It works. So the line is stunning. Some of the things are not worth your money. I feel like I've tried their liners before and been like, oh, it's pretty, and I paid money and I'll like it. And then something happened here on my channel where I like sit down and after trying so many products, I'm like, is it worth it? No, probably not. There is better. So I feel like my taste has elevated the more makeup I have tried, where I can pretty quickly identify like, okay, do we want to spend $20, $30 at Nordstrom on an eyeliner, or would that be better served for, say, foundation or skincare, and then like go down to Target and for $5 get something great. That's an eyeliner that will probably wear longer. So just to give you guys a little bit into how my mind works, why am I doing like crazy hands for that? But that's how my mind works and operates. So it's no diss to the brand. It's just like, you can't have high-end everything. I'm pretty like firm on that. Like if you can save some cash, why not save some cash, mix it up, To leave on a positive note, I want to share with you guys the lashes that I'm wearing today surprised me so much because I've sat down and I'm getting back into wearing lashes again after taking a nice long break from them. And I keep putting lashes on and I'm like, no, too much. Like it's just, oh, it's swallowing up my eye. Oh, this looks weird. And then I put these on and I was just like, oh my gosh, they laid down perfectly. They're so beautiful. And so I want to give a brand shout out. This is not sponsored. This is just an indie brand. And I just felt like, why not give them some love? This is the AER Air Lashes, airlashes.com. This is the style Sammy, what I'm wearing right now. And it works so beautifully with a wing. They're a little kind of wispy but elongating. I love them. I thought I would share that with you all. I will list all my makeup worn in the description box below, and I hope that you guys like this video. I'll keep them coming. If we're still into fails videos, let me know. If it is too much and you guys are like complaining too much, you know, I can tone it down as well. So let me know what you're into, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're having a good one, whatever you are doing, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.